Hello everyone. This is another one of those videos where we talk about league football this weekend, and this is a big one where we talk about probably the biggest game of the weekend, Manchester United versus Arsenal at Old Trafford. Super excited for the game, being a United fan. But of course, I would have loved to watch whoever Arsenal played this the starting weekend as well, because given their title favorites, so there's a big anticipation uh, of this game. I think both the teams have made their signings, have invested this season based on what they felt were wrong in the previous season with them. I think it's going to be a big game. The pressures on both the teams, to be very honest. If you look at where United finished the last season, they were really poor. Uh, and to you lose a Europa League final against a Spurs side that had been worse than United in the league, and you really have to be bad if you were worse than United in the league last season. And to lose that, I just think the squad needed overhaul. I just think the identity that United were trying to build, there was no clear identity. So I think that needed change. The culture needed change. There were a lot of players who were like not not what you want in the dressing room, and I think United are trying to push them away as well. So yeah, lot that United would have wanted to change in the preseason, but I don't think uh, everything has been done yet. The transfers, as I talked in the previous video, we're really excited about the transfers. Uh, this could well be a game about the two strikers between Benjamin Sesko for United and Victor Gyökeres at Arsenal. But I think that's United. I think there's this pressure to, you know, because the season prior to this was really poor. I just think there's pressure to uh, change that, and the first game against Arsenal, this it cannot get better than that, to put out a performance and to say this season we're gonna go up. This season we're just going to uh, raise our standards, play better football, show patterns of play which I have not seen for long periods at United after Sir Alex have left. But yeah, this pretty excited about United this game. We'll talk about the formation later about United that they're going to play in the prediction. About Arsenal, I think there's more pressure on Arteta and Arsenal, given that they finished second in the 3 seasons prior to this. Arteta has been around since 2019, and I just think it does not make sense for a coach to be for a manager to be in for 5 6 seasons and not to win a major trophy. And I just think they'll have to win something this year. And if Arsenal, against probably one of the biggest rivals in the league era, Premier League era, if they go on to lose this game, when the expectation is that they'll be challenging for the title, this could shatter. This could well be a game that they don't expect to be 3-0 up, or just show out a performance that you're Premier League leaders, because it's against United. It's away at Old Trafford, right? Arsenal haven't won a lot at Old Trafford, so they'll not expect a lot. But I just feel you cannot lose this game as Arsenal. You'll have to put out a performance. A draw is a minimum they will expect out of this game, and I just think the pressure's on them, having finished second. They've been probably the second best side in the last three seasons in the league. So yeah, pressures on Arteta more than it's on Amarim, but definitely a lot of pressure on Amarim as well. We'll probably talk about what formation United are gonna play. I just think this could well be the formation that United play in the game. Largely based on what I've seen in preseason, largely based on players available, largely based on fitness of some of those that are not starting. So yeah, this is my line. We'll get straight into this. Uh, I think the first question will itself be, oh, why Cunha and not Benjamin Sesko? I think he's physically fit, as what Amarim has said in the press conference yesterday, but I don't think he's tactically fit. Like you need the team. the players to gel well, and especially for a center forward, right? You need to connect with your number 10s well, and to be able to lead the line, you need to be match fit as well as uh, in the tactics for a good amount of time. And I don't think Sheshwar has had that. It's been just a week. So he might not start this game, and also given this is a big game against Arsenal, they would want him. I think he'll come off the bench, but definitely not start. Cunha up there because I'm not sure Rasmus Højlund. I still think United want to ship him away. I'm against that. I'm not a fan of that, to be honest. And we'll talk about that later when we talk about the bench strength. But yeah, Rasmus not being an option. Xerxes has not been fit in preseason. He's not had preseason, so again does not start. United played Mount up top against Fiorentina. I think he played pretty well. I think he was one of our better players, but I just feel I saw that game and he was not able to match up to the center halves. He was not able to hold the ball up. He was not physical enough, and that's not his game. His game is to be on the ball, to be in those small pockets of play between the midfield and the striker, and to affect the game. And up top is not his position. I don't think United should play a false nine. I think they have two strikers on the bench. Then they've got Xerxes as well. So that doesn't make sense to start with a false nine for just this game. But I'm not sure. I think the Amarim likes him amount, so he probably be in some position. So Cunha goes up top. Cunha has played for, as the has led the line for Wolves in the season prior to this. And I think he even in one of the preseason games he led the line. So I think he might well be starting as a number nine. I think he has got to play Kunya and Mbumo. They've played the preseason. They've got minutes under them, and you can't spend 60, 70 million on players and not start them if they're match fit, unless there's clearly something wrong with how they play. So I don't think that's that with Cunha and Mbeumo. So Cunha and Mbeumo has to start. I probably think in the next games Cunha might play the number 10 role, but I think for this game he starts up front. Mbeumo on the right, I think he's probably one of our first choice number 10s on the right because I think he's quick. He's what I saw in prison. He's really good on the ball, and I think you need that as the number 10 in Amram's system, right? You cannot be just a runner. You need to connect well with the way overlapping wing back as well as the striker who's holding the ball. So and is really good on the ball. That's what I saw in the preseason. I have seen it at Brentford as well. And then he's quick as well. He's left-footed. So for the right, he's probably the first option to go in. Ahmed could play there. I think if you want, these two are not available. Bruno could play, Zuxi could play there, Mount could play there, but I just think it's better to have a left-footed number 10 there. So Mbumo starts for me this game. He's fit. Uh, He'll be my first choice. Fernandez on the left. I have said this in the previous video. I do not like him as a deeper midfielder, especially in a game against a top six side where you wouldn't want a top six side who are really good on the ball and who probably have more possession than United have, even though it's a home game for United. It doesn't make sense to put him in the midfield because you would want proper players with defensive mindset as well. And Bruno for me is not one of those midfielders. I think he'll be really good in that deeper role when we play some of the bottom sides of the table, but not against Arsenal. So Fernandez starts on left for me, and I think I prefer him as up at top. I think just behind the striker, he's probably a best player in this side. He's probably one of the best players in the league anyway, and it doesn't make sense to play him out of position just to make sure the team clicks or uh, you don't have players available. I think you could always uh, play other players in, and I think we have enough options there instead of Fernandez, who are better than Fernandez in the midfield. And if I look at them, Ahmad goes as a right wing back. I think he starts there. Dello could be an option, but I just think Amarim wants to play a left-footed right wing back, a left-footed left wing back, and Ahmed's gonna probably play on that. No, and he's played the preseason. I think the preseason is enough proof of what the team could be, and some of these players have played. a lot of the minutes in the preseason. So this makes it easy for me. Casemiro, I don't think he'll be. I think he's fit enough to play all 38 league games and start them, but definitely it's at the end of his contract. We have not signed a midfielder, and he's probably our most experienced midfielder in against game in against Arsenal in a game like this where you might not have a lot of the ball, you might have to sit back for large periods. I think Casemiro is a good option. I think it becomes a problem when United have to press a lot. United will have to push upward a lot. That is where United would want uh, a different side, a different midfielder, I guess, over Casemiro. I think Ugarte could start there as well, but I'm not sure. I just think I put Casemiro up top because I've seen him play more minutes in the preseason and even in the game just leading up to this against Fiorentina. Menu on the left for me, I said this in the previous video, is not physical enough for me, not for me, for Amarim's system. I think he's a superstar of a midfielder, uh, but he's not been fit enough for the previous 2 seasons, and I'm just not sure Amarim fancies him as his first choice midfield option, which is why there were rumors that he might go away to. I think Tottenham were in for him, Chelsea were in for him last season. And if you are a definite starter, I don't think there will be rumors like that. But yeah, he's available. He's been fit. He's played preseason. I think he starts with Casemiro. The only other option is Ugarte in midfield for me as of now. So it could just be Ugarte for Casemiro for me. But no, I think Casemiro and Manu starts this game. Dog on the left, probably our best choice. Uh, left wing back available now, and he's one of the better players that we have in this team. He was one of our better players in the second half of the season, especially in Europa League. So he's a definite starter on that left wing back position. Now to the center halves. I think we have enough options available. Think I just think these players have to live up to their names, especially the likes of Delit, the likes of Martinez. Maguire, given the experience that he has, we've not seen consistent performance. I think we've got the talent. Delit is a talented player. Maguire is a very experienced English international, has played finals, semi-finals of competitions, FIFA competitions, but haven't really been consistent enough. He's always had that error in him. And I just feel this season has to be the season where centre halves really live up to their name. So I start you're on the right. I think is a definite starter for me and for most United fans. I believe you're on the right is the right player to go forward. I'm very excited about Euro. He could well be the top centre back around the world in the next 2 or 3 years. Dylan in the middle, I think he could have gone as Maguire as a central centre back. I just put him there because I feel at the start of the season, you would definitely want players that you see as a longer term options for United. And Maguire probably might not be a longer term option, given that he has just extended his contract for another season last season. So it could well be this is last season. So why would you want to start a player like that as the first game? You would rather want someone like Dillet who's young and has and unless he has a really bad season, I think he'll still be at United. So probably start him. And it's not a lot of performance difference between Dillet and Maguire either. Uh, so I'd probably start personally. I'll start Dillet there. On the left, if Martinez is fit, Martinez is the first choice left center back. I think we've kept Luke Shaw in because I think Amorim feels that Luke Shaw is a really good option on the left side of center back. I just feel that with the injuries, he's lost that pace, he's lost that sprint that he used to have in him to, really go up and down the pitch, which is why he's been put as a left-sided centre back and not as a left wing back. So probably he could well be an option, but I just don't think uh, he's going to be around a long time for United. So same with Guire. That is probably the reason why I start Aiden Heaven in. I think Heaven had shown potential last season. He has been vulnerable at times in the games against in the preseason, but I just think you would want a player to develop as a potential option down the season, down the next season, and hence I'll probably put Heaven in up before Shaw. Martinez comes in, Martinez definitely starts. For me. Not Onana. I personally do not like Onana a lot. I think he's had two really bad seasons. I think he was really good at the start of last season, but then the errors came back. And as a goalkeeper, no matter how good you are on the ball, I would still prefer a goalkeeper who can keep the ball away from the net. And I don't think he does that enough for me. We did not sign a goalkeeper, and I'm really disappointed about it. Because you need at the start of the season to take care of some of the problems that you had, and we did not do that with either the midfield or the goalkeeper. Bandir, I don't think is a good enough option. He's good in cup competition. He's really good on penalties, but I don't think he would be a starting goalkeeper in the league for 38 games. So Onana starts for me because I think he is a first choice goalkeeper, right? And he's good on the ball. So I feel Amarim wants that in a goalkeeper, so he probably starts. Uh, I would have loved to see a new goalkeeper in. So yeah, this is my lineup. I think this could well be a good, interesting starting 11. On the bench, you have Zoxy, you have got Shesko, and Shesko will definitely come in the second half. I think everyone will be excited, and I don't think Amarim will not put him in just because he's not really on the go with playing in this new United way. But I feel he could well be a substitute. Ugarte is on the bench. I just feel he could start, he could not start. Mount is on the bench. I think Mount is probably one of those where I just feel Mount could well be in the starting 11 because how much Amorim rates him, and he started in the Fiorentina game. But I'm not sure where he starts. I don't like him as a false nine, but he could well be here. Rasmus is on the bench. I I just feel if Onana with the two seasons he's had, he could still be a starting goalkeeper for United. Rasmus had a really good 2023-2024 season. I mean, given the amount of games he played, he scored 16 goals for us. He was a leading scorer. And he had a bad season last season. It was probably one of those seasons because of which we did not win a lot of games we should have because he did not convert his chances. But a young 22, 23-year-old center forward, good with left, right feet, quick across the field. I think he was really fit last season as well. And uh, we've spent good amount of money on him. I don't think it makes sense to sell him for like by booking a loss. We need striker options available. I know we are just on a one game a week for most parts, but I think United in the past have always had center forward options available on the bench, and it doesn't kill to have an option like Rasmus Højlund who could well have a chance to prove. If you're giving Onana a chance, if you're giving the likes of Casemiro after the seasons they have had, if you're giving chances to players like Luke Shaw, to Maguire, I just think Rasmus also deserves a chance at another shot at this season. So yeah, this is my team. This is my lineup. I will see how good we are. My prediction for this game, I believe there will be goals in it. I would love to see both Jokeres and Shesko score. I'll probably go for a 2-2 draw. Uh, the reason being, I just think there are goals within United, and I think Arsenal will score as well because the midfield isn't there for United, and we'll always concede if unless we sort that out. Uh, so yeah, it'll be a good game. Neither team would want to lose this given the amount of pressure they have on them. So it'll be a 2-2 draw. And yeah, I'm really excited. We'll do a post match as well. But this is what I feel the lineup will be, and my prediction is for the game. Yeah, that's it. We'll connect again on some of the later videos, uh, and we'll see how the game goes.